Namaste, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream, Awaken Conversation and Oneness Meditation. My name is Julia Desmond. I am a meditation teacher and a spiritual teacher located in the Aspen area of Colorado. I've been offline for a few months, so let me just make sure that my audio and video is working properly. It'll just take me a moment. If someone could type in the box whether you can see me, that would be great into the chat room, because right now I can't access my own live stream. So, Tommy Condenzio, can you see my audio and video, and can you hear me? Okay, great. Thank you, Lynn. I actually can't access my live stream today, so I'm counting on you guys. So Lynn, just let me know that you can hear me and see me, and we'll get rolling. So thank you so much. I can see your comments and your questions. I just can't see my audio and video right now. So we'll just keep rolling with it. So again, welcome everybody to today's Get Your Shift On live stream. It's really wonderful to be back online. It's been a few months. I've been traveling all over the place and doing events, but also really enjoying summer and getting outside. Again, my name is Julia Desmond. For those of you who do not know me, I'm a spiritual teacher and meditation teacher located in the Aspen area of Colorado. I'm a oneness meditator, and my passion in life is to bring awakening to mankind right now. So this is a very powerful webcast designed to do this and to shift you into a higher state of consciousness. So the shifts we're going to receive are for awakening, transformation, and full realization, shifting into a much higher state of consciousness. Before I get started, we do have two big events coming up in Colorado. Please join us. All information is posted on my website, juliadesmond.com. But our last Summer Oneness Weekend at Needle Rock Meditation and Wellness Center, which is the Golden Age Village located here in Colorado, is coming up very quickly. It's August 22nd and 23rd. We do have 2 days of events. You're welcome to come for one day or both days. It's up to you. Again, advanced registration is required. We would love to see you. Of course, the intention is awakening, enlightenment, God realization. And secondly, I'm hosting a meditation and oneness intensive in the Carbondale area of Colorado, September 12th and 13th. This is a 2-day powerful process designed to bring the shift of awakening and also train you as a oneness blessing giver, as a Deeksha giver. So this will be my last one this summer, fall. So again, sign up for these events because then I head off to India and we'll be traveling quite a bit. So I love the fact that you guys are posting your names and your hellos. Please, if everyone can do that, that would be great. What city and state you're from, but also if you're from a different country, I'd love to see what countries you're from. If you are trying to post a question, but you're finding that you can't, it's because you do need to sign up for a live stream account. These accounts are free. So if you've been trying to post a comment or a hello, you do need to sign up for a free live stream account, and then you can start posting your questions. So the format of today's Awaken Conversation webcast is I will speak about awakening. And specifically today's topic is the divine portal and these years of 2015 to 2018 and what that means for all of us on this awakening journey. And then I will open it up to questions and comments. Please post your questions way down below in the white part, not in the black box. The black box is difficult for me to access. Some of you have already started to post questions under the video in the white box area. Please continue to post there. And definitely post questions on awakening. Make it a lively awakened conversation. The more questions, the more lively and interactive it is. This will help us all sync up into oneness consciousness, sync our brains to prepare us to then receive the shift of awakening, transformation, and God realization. I will then lead a short meditation and then awaken Deeksha. I please invite all awakened Deeksha givers also on the live stream to give Deeksha at that time. And then we'll get into the 21-minute oneness meditation. So this is the format. So this whole webcast is highly energized with divine consciousness or cosmic consciousness to bring the shift of awakening. So you can sit in a nice meditative posture with your shoulders up and back, because this puts us in a nice receptive mode to have the Kundalini activated and for us to shift into a higher state of consciousness. I do want to talk about these times that we're in, especially this summer. We're in a huge transition, and this is only the beginning. So that's why the topic is the years 2015 to 2018, the next 3 years, that this divine portal is open. And so I'll just start with writings from the One, which I love to do on these live streams. Again, these are my writings from the One, which you can again access on juliadesmond.com. And I also post updates regularly on my Facebook page. So this is specifically about these times, this divine portal. The portal is open. The activation times are here and now. These times are highly intense. Mankind is going through a huge leap in consciousness right now, and all those who aren't prepared are in complete suffering of resistance. Those who are prepared are surfing through this great transition. So help those who are suffering. Do not squander your gift of grace and awakening. You are called to duty here and now. Get activated to help everyone around you. There is so much suffering on the planet right now. Suffering is the identification with the mind. Get out there, bring your gift of awakening, for the shift brings freedom from the clutches and the torment of the mind-produced reality. True freedom equals mukti. And this shift of awakening opens up the doorway to this mukti and moving into much higher stages of growth and consciousness. So, we know that 2012 opened a huge portal of awakening. And so many of us gratefully received our awakening, starting at that point in 2012, 2013, 2014. So this next portal that's already been open, it's already been activated, we already feel it, is 2015 to 2018. Why is this so vital? Well, this actually is the turning point in humankind's collective consciousness. So we are called to duty to step up, because there are a lot of people out there who aren't prepared. And I'm talking internally, this internal shift. And so right now, as the planet is moving through the cosmos, I'm not going to get too into it technically. However, we are under the influence of other planets, other star systems, and a lot of cosmic dust is coming towards our planet. We're moving through the photon belt. So this cosmic dust holds cosmic consciousness or divine consciousness, and it's already showering on the planet. This is taking us from the mundane human experience into the mystical God-realized experience. So as we know, the shift into a higher state of consciousness takes divinity. It's not a human venture. Human beings cannot shift themselves into a higher state. That is a mind-produced activity and a self-produced reality, which is a lack of reality. So be very clear that access to higher states of consciousness come from divinity, come from the cosmos, come from God, if that's a word that you're used to using. So this mystical side of life is opening up in a dramatic way right now. Those who are prepared can shift through these times and surf it. So this cosmic consciousness is flowing to the planet like a tsunami of grace, to literally wake up the whole planet from its unconscious reality. So you can liken it to a tsunami because it's literally dumping this cosmic grace onto mankind and onto the whole planet. But mankind is going to have a difficulty shifting. It's because they reside in the unawakened state, a lower state of consciousness, and now need to shift into a higher state. So all of this is bringing transitions. Look into your own life. Look into your friends' lives, your family's lives. This is all about inner awareness, inner reflection of what's going on for you. Every piece of your life is going to be looked at from this divine consciousness, from this conscious particles coming into the planet. Nothing is going to hide. Be very, very clear. All areas of our life that are still in the dark, still residing in the unconscious, or anything that we are still resisting is being brought to light. So, what are the tools that we have to surf? Well, of course, we have Deeksha, this divine gift to shift our brain into a higher state. Of course, any of the oneness processes, the oneness meditation, anything oneness related, this is the tool so that we are surfing and that we can help others. Of course, the shift of awakening is absolutely vital to this next phase, this next transition. So many of you have had the shift of awakening. Do not get stuck in your awakening process. So, awakening is a journey. There are a lot of people that get stuck in it, and they suffer. It's because they do not know how to flow through resistance, and they do not know how to flow through transition. It's okay. The shift of awakening simply is a declutching of the mind in the brain. It's actually neural pathways are being reshifted. Your self is being declutched. And if you're walked through the awakening process properly, you can shift through it very quickly. So this is what we're here to do, the awakeners, to help people walk through it in a proper way. Because awakening isn't a destination, and people do get stuck in the awakening journey. But that's okay. We start with where we are, and we continue walking forward. So, if we know that we've had that shift, but we're still struggling, it means the self is still trying to hold on. The self loves resistance. The self loves to resist transition. And this causes the inner suffering. So just see where you are, see what parts of your life perhaps are going through a transition. Transition is coming. It's already here in all areas of our life, whether it's relationships, wealth and abundance, health, and spiritual growth. These are the 4 pillars of life. So we are in the midst of a huge transition. How we handle it depends on our inner state of consciousness. Are we flowing? Are we surfing? Are we in acceptance? That means you're in a great state and you can surf right through any major life transition. However, are we in resistance? Are we suffering? It simply means the self is holding on very, very tightly to these transitions. You can see a transition as life breaking through a pattern of the self. When you can see a transition as that, you don't see it as anything personal. And then you're able to flow right through it. Of course, when a relationship wants to end abruptly, or a career is ended abruptly, not by our own choosing, we take it very personally. So the shift of awakening is essential because we shift beyond the personal. But also, if you can see the picture internally, that each transition is simply life trying to break a mold or a pattern to have life continue to flow through it very powerfully, that actually takes the personal out of it and allows you to flow in this divine path called your life. And so again, the higher state of consciousness we're in, the better we are. The easier it is to shift. We know this. Look at yourself 2 or 3 years ago. You had a strong sense of self. You may not have been awakened back then. And now see where you are. You're able to shift much more quickly through anything that's coming at you. Because life is transitioning right now. Mankind is under a huge transition. There's a huge cosmic consciousness coming to the planet. Every person on the planet is affected. And the reason why I talk about mankind is because we're the ones having difficulties with this shift. The planet will do fine. Animals will do fine. They're already in oneness. So it's only humans who are not in harmony within oneness of the universe. So this is why I'm focused on the humans right now. Us, we came here to shift. This is our role. And for myself, I'm an awakener. So I help people walk through this awakening journey efficiently and really walking on this conscious awakening journey. So we need to say yes. We need to accept this divine consciousness into our life on a daily basis. Receive the Deeksha, receive the oneness meditation. If you've gotten awakened and you've stopped anything oneness related, well, then you're missing the whole point of this divine phenomenon. Because this is divine, it means we need to access it every single day to continue to move forward. Because life is going to throw us transition. This is guaranteed. Life is not stagnant right now. We're in tremendous growth in consciousness as a society and individually. So to be more effective within society, we must shift in growth individually. And so you're in the perfect right spot today. Of course, we're going to receive the Deeksha. This awakened conversation is bringing shifts. And then the oneness meditation, designed to bring neural pathways to the brain, to allow this divine consciousness to flow through very powerfully, and to help us shift into acceptance. If you can really take yourself seriously, my big advice is take yourself seriously and this journey into awakening and beyond. Take it seriously. Because I think a lot of people heard about the 2012 Big Awakening, may have gotten their shift, and then stopped. They stopped walking the path. Well, guess what? These are the people who aren't growing. They're stuck. They're in a rut and they're suffering. So they thought awakening was going to be something different, or they thought it was going to be a destination. Awakening declutches the mind or the self. And we actually have to become involved in our life in all areas. We cannot ignore anything. And so I think that there's been a huge, people became stagnant after getting awakened. And they didn't see the bigger picture. But the bigger picture is now. It's 2015 to 2018. We must keep walking forward and shift through transformation ourselves. The next 2 years are vital to bring transformation to the planet. And it's up to individuals such as us. It's up to the awakeners to bring this shift of awakening. But it's also up to the people receiving and to keep walking forward. Because if you can walk through this in finesse, you will really, really enjoy these next 2 to 3 years, and you can really be helpful to others by becoming a Deeksha giver, becoming a oneness trainer, facilitating meditations for awakening. This is the power. There is no other destination. There is no other importance in life right now. So if you can take time out of your busy days every day and take your growth in consciousness seriously, and however that looks to you, please do. Because we need solid, stable, grounded individuals on the planet walking through this awakening journey and helping others every step of the way. So I hope that brings a little bit of clarity about this portal. I've been writing so much about this portal, and I'm about to publish my second writings from the one book. So I'll be speaking a lot about this portal in my new and upcoming writings, because we are in transition. And if we can flow through the transition, we are surfing this great cosmic wave and tsunami of divine consciousness. Because it's coming whether we like it or not, whether we want it or not, whether we're conscious of it or not. It's here. So we might as well step up to the plate, enjoy it, even when things get challenging. If we can simply see a transition as life breaking through a mold or patterning in our life to move us forward, then we won't take it personally. And we just see it as a duty. Oh, we must transition. So, okay, we will go through the questions now, and hopefully you posted in the white box below the video, which I'm going to try to access right now. If you did post in the black box, it's difficult for me to access, so cut and paste in the black box into the white box. So we'll go down to the bottom. Oh, great, thank you. Thank you for posting that on there, everyone. So I'll answer questions for about 10 to 15 minutes, then we'll get into the meditation. So Beverly Salmons, namaste, nice to see you online, has asked, do you have any specific diet you would recommend when awakening is on top of your list? What did you eat or do physically when you awoke? Well, of course, our bodies are going through a massive awakening as much as we are spiritually, internally going through an awakening. So we must support our bodies. Again, one diet is not good for 7 billion people. So I don't want to speak in a whole big general way. However, when we're working with Kundalini and when we're working with shifts in consciousness, we need to clean up our body and clean up our diet. Meaning lighten the load, make everything organic, local if possible. Get back to nature and get back to the basics, because our body needs to be clean, it needs to lighten up, but it also needs to have highly nutritious food. So the question is, should I become a vegetarian or not? Or if you already are a vegetarian, I'm not going to speak about that. However, I can speak about my own journey. And yes, I was a vegetarian for a very long time. And that helped me facilitate a very light diet and lightened up the load on my body. It also was very beneficial for the Kundalini, moving into high states. The lighter my diet and just being a vegetarian and things like that really did help out. I also cut out all stimulants, all substances and things like that. But that's been my 9-year journey, and that happened naturally. When we shift into a higher state, your body will actually tell you. So things will happen naturally. But I definitely recommend supplementing your body with green drinks, with minerals, wonderful supplements. If you can see an Ayurvedic practitioner, I would do that, because then they can test your body for your specific dosha. Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old science designed to assist the body in the shift of awakening and enlightenment. So it's all about bringing balance back into your diet and into your lifestyle. I mean, definitely be active. Move your body, however that feels good, whether it's simply fast walking, hiking, running, yoga. Like I said, there's no one set way, but what you need to do is figure out what works for you, what helps facilitate the Kundalini in your body on this awakening journey, and what makes you feel good. So I actually needed to add much more protein after my shift of awakening. I awoke September 2012, and that shift in consciousness showed me very clearly I was very deficient in protein. So I actually had to add seafood back into my diet to get much more protein, to build the muscle mass, to be strong. to be able to do this oneness work, I need to be strong. I need to have very strong, grounded body to be a oneness meditator and to be able to travel all over and do these types of meditations. So again, we're all very different, but I do recommend organic, natural foods, local. High protein is great, but definitely supplement with the juices, and I would lighten the load. Vegetarian diets are awesome. So I hope that helps you out. And please know that this awakening journey is a lifelong journey, and so is our eating pattern. And sometimes our body will need certain things, and then a year later it might need other things. So one specific way to eat doesn't necessarily work because our body is growing in consciousness. So when you can get tuned into your own divine source, you'll be told, and your body will tell you. So it's just about listening. Sometime you will need more protein. And then sometimes you might lighten up the load a lot less and, go completely vegetarian or vegan to spike those energies back up. So just pay attention to your body for sure. Okay. Namaste, Marlene. She's from Germany, and she says she likes to highly recommend my Skype private sessions. Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate that. I've been working with Marlene now on a private basis, so it's wonderful. It's always amazing, powerful, and highly energized. Thank you so much. Question. I heard from Oneness University they teach different levels of gratitude. Could you speak about these levels, especially the higher levels? I can speak a little bit about the levels of gratitude, but again, what Oneness University speaks about, they teach us for a reason while we're at Oneness University. So the whole point of talking about gratitude is to see that we're not in gratitude. So when we talk about the higher levels of gratitude, the self is going to say, oh, I'm already there. But we're not there as mankind. We're actually in the lowest state of gratitude. The biggest, mistrait of mankind right now is lack of gratitude. We don't reside in gratitude. Gratitude is a state of consciousness. So we're not even at the lowest level. I mean, we are at the lowest level, and we can go into states and move higher and higher. But at the very high levels, we haven't accessed that as mankind. And so gratitude isn't a mind-generated activity. When you get up to the higher levels of gratitude, you're experiencing the other. And you experience the other's pain or effort that they have gone through to help you out. So that's a nice level of gratitude. Some of you may already be experiencing that. Be very clear, this is nothing you can practice. So let's say your mom went out of her way to do something very nice for you. True gratitude simply means that when you're with your mom, you're experiencing your mom and all of the pain or the effort that it took for her to do these things for you. It's an extraordinary experience. It stops you in your tracks. That's what true gratitude is. And so when we reside in that state of consciousness, we naturally feel the gratitude in our heart. And this helps us to help the other as well. So the next level up from that is actually giving back to people before they even give to you first. When you see a need and you're tapping into that prior. So that's like the next level up, because the first part of the gratitude is, oh, you experience the other as the other and as the effort in doing these things for you. And then you want to do back. Yes, that's how it normally happens. The next level up is already being so tapped into the other that you give to them before they even need it or before they even ask for it. So those are some of the higher levels. And again, they're not to be practiced. These are states of consciousness. So all we can see, first and foremost, is how we lack gratitude. Because in reality, people are doing things for us all day long. And because of our state of consciousness as a collective, we're not truly grateful. Gratitude is a shift in consciousness. So all we can do is simply see that we lack gratitude. So I hope that helps out. And we can pray to experience true gratitude, where we can experience the other and how they're helping us on a daily basis, whether it's our husband or our child. We can pray for that shift in consciousness, even today. If that's something we want to access and to move up in gratitude, ask for that shift, because it is a shift. It's a shift in consciousness. Okay, so Kevin has asked, Namaste, Kevin, nice to see you online. Many of my relatives are religious fundamentalists who are very resistant to changing their perspective about anything, everything. How can I best facilitate their transformation aside from intentional Deeksha, which I am doing? Great question. The greatest way to transform the other is to receive the transformation yourself. So I think most of us in the live stream can know that experience of people being in resistance to oneness or to Deeksha or to awakening. We've all experienced it. My gosh, who hasn't experienced this resistance? And so the greatest question is, well, I want to shift the other, but their resistance to Deeksha and they won't go through a oneness process, so what do I do? Focus on your own shift, first and foremost. The more that we can go through this awakening journey and then the transformation journey, your own transformation will naturally shift everyone around you. I can speak from my own experience. I had members in my family who were extremely resistant, shall we say, to my journey and me being an awakener in this oneness phenomenon. But now they have transformed. It's not like I was trying to give them hands-on Deeksha every time I saw them. I just focused on my own journey. And now I'm in very beautiful relationships with key members in my family who originally were very resistant. So living where we do in the West, there's a lot of religious conditioning that blocks us from this awakening. So fortunately, all of us who have been tapped into oneness, and we have good karma because we get to go first. Please know this awakening journey, there are those of us who go through first. And if we can see it like that, if we can see it as an honor, if we can see it as karma, we enjoy it better. Because trust me, I know what it's like to be isolated, perhaps in a family that's resistant or friends that are resistant. But we get to go first, and then we get to attract everyone around us to then want awakening. People are not on the same calendar, I should say, for this awakening journey. So if you can keep that in mind and remember, we're not on the same timeline for this awakening. And the ones who are on this live stream, you're going first. You're receiving your awakening. You're receiving your heart flowering. You're receiving these states of gratitude because you're here and you said yes. And we're meant to go first to walk our families through, and our communities, and our companies, and our societies, and our countries. We're still at the very beginning of this great awakening. And I know it can be isolating and lonely, but that's why you tap in. You got to tap in to the Oneness community worldwide. However that works for you. Start your own Deeksha groups in your community, and you'll feel better connected. And more people will be attracted to you as you grow in your own awakening and as you grow in your own transformation. Namaste, Richard Gonzalez. Nice to see you. Thank you, Marlene, for posting. Hi, Julia. I hope all is well. Can you talk about Kelki? I'm noticing more conversations regarding Kelki and oneness. Sure. Kelki is a word. It means slayer of darkness. We have just shifted from the Kali Yuga, K-A-L-I, Kali Yuga. We have shifted into Satya Yuga, which is the golden age. So Kali is the age of darkness. It's just a general term. Other traditions have used that throughout the ages. It has to do with the Kali Yuga. And so the yugas are in a 26,000 year cycle. And so there are 4 stages of yugas. But the Kali Yuga is the age of darkness, and we just shifted into Satya Yuga, the golden age. And that shift takes the slaying of the ego, takes the slaying of the mind and the self, or the attachment to the mind or the self. So Kalki is seen as the one leading the way to slay that ego. And so when they talk about Kalki, they talk about someone who came into this incarnation during our lifetime to help shift mankind from the Kali Yuga into the Satya Yuga. This is our Sri Bhagwan in India. He is Kalki. He is helping to shift people from the dark ages into the golden ages. It's a term of endearment that people have been giving him for years. So he's known as Kalki. But it's a Sanskrit word, and it comes off of the term Kali Yuga in meaning the slayer of the dark ages. I love the visualization of Kalki being a sword, and that sword slays the ego. So the image of Kalki with a sword on a big white horse is shifting mankind from the Kali Yuga into the Satya Yuga. So I hope that that helps, because Kalki, that word's been around for a long time, and Sri Bhagwan's admirers have called him Kalki that for years, because it just simply means the slayer of the ego. And those of us who are awakeners as well, we have our own sword, and we have our own white horse, and we're out there, and we're slaying the ego. This is what awakening is. This is what is shifting our communities and our families all around us. So we all are a part of this Kalki phenomenon. I am. I mean, I know you are. And so I know people on this live stream are, because we're getting awakened first, and then we're helping others. And so when they talk about oneness, they talk about Kalki and his army. And so these are the awakened ones who are helping to slay the ego and to shift all of mankind into Satya Yuga, which is the golden age. So I hope that helps out. Nice to see you again, Richard. It's been a while. Okay, so Tommy has asked, what happens with the divine portal after 2018? So funny, the mind always wants to jump forward. When I wrote my first book, the first portal I wrote about was 2012 to 2014. So once that passed, then everybody's asking me, what's the next portal? What's the next portal? So now I'm bringing the next portal through these writings, 2015 to 2018. So what happens after 2018? Well, maybe I'll do some writings and post them. So we'll have to see. But right now, I'm focusing on this time frame, because it's vital that people are walked through this transitionary time in a proper way. Because when people aren't prepared, they're going to suffer. I know, I see it all around me. People still attached to the mind, the unawakened state. And so, yeah, I can post things about 2018 and beyond, but right now I really want to focus on right now, 2015, and this huge shift we're experiencing this summer. Because it's vital that people know what's going on now, and that they're able to surf it and have fun with it. But good question, Tommy. Okay, I think we have time for one last question. And I think Lynn is at the top. Okay, Lynn has asked, I'm so focused on awakening now. I see that it is the most important thing for the planet to have the shift and to help raise consciousness. I do the Deeksha all day, every day now, Julia. No question. Just gratitude for you and your writings. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you for that. And Lynn hosts Awakening Together radio show, and it's a portal online radio show that gives Deeksha 24/7, I think. And so anyway, she interviewed me a few weeks ago. You can access that interview on my Facebook page. But Lynn's a brand new Deeksha giver, and it sounds like she's giving a lot of Deeksha. So when you step into that role of seva, of awakening others, you're guaranteed your shift. That's just how the universe works. What we put out there, we get back, but many times over. So if we've stepped into the role of helping others awaken, to give the Deeksha, to help others rise into a higher vibration, we're guaranteed to receive that boon. Just many times over. So, great, everyone. Thank you for all those questions. Made for a great, great awakened conversation. So now it's time to get to the meditation aspect. So again, I'll just lead a short breathing exercise in the heart so that we move into the heart. And then I will give the awakened Deeksha, and I will make the announcement. All other awakened Deeksha givers, please give awakened Deeksha at that same time. This will last for a couple minutes. This is to shift you into a higher state of consciousness. And then I will have to start and stop the live stream because we're not allowed to keep the recording of the Oneness meditation because that is a live only event. But then the Oneness meditation will start. You'll hear the music. When you hear the music, my microphone is turned off. Otherwise, there would be an echo. So when the music starts, there's a 3-minute heart-based meditation. Stay deep in your heart. Talk to your inner source. Have a conversation and ask your divine for shifts. And then the 21-minute meditation, 10 minutes my eyes will be open, transferring the divine grace. 10 minutes my eyes will be closed. So simply receive. And then at the end is a 7-minute integration to Liberation Sutra. So let's close our eyes. Lift up your shoulders and roll them back. We do want good meditative posture with this. We can have our palms in prayer pose in front of our heart or palms facing up on top of our lap. So start to focus on your breathing in and out through your nostrils. Exhale twice as long as you inhale. So take 3 counts inhale, 6 count exhale. And I will do the same. Each inhale and visualize golden energy coming in your nostrils and circling your whole body and energizing every cell. Each exhale out, exhale that same golden energy back out to the planet. As you're breathing in and out, bring your awareness to your heart center by placing your right hand over your heart, your left hand over your right hand. Breathe that golden energy into your heart space and watch it expand with this divine light. Take one more deep inhale, deep exhale into your heart. Now with your breathing back to normal, reside deep in your heart space. Now is the time to invoke your higher self, your divine, to come join you. Ask your divine to fill up every single cell, tissue, and fiber of your being. And now in this state of grace, we'll ask our intentions internally into our heart for this Deeksha and Oneness meditation. The first intention is to receive the shift of awakening, transformation, and beyond. The next is to access very high states of consciousness so that we can surf through this divine portal. The third is a personal intention. You can ask for a financial or a relationship or a health healing. So state that internally. And now release all your prayers. Release them out. You have been heard. Take a few deep breaths into your heart space. Now simply receive the awakened Deeksha. I will start to give that for a few minutes. Please, all other awakened Deeksha givers, please give Deeksha now for a few minutes. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So the Deeksha will still be running through you. I will now turn on the music and the Oneness meditation will start. So stay deeply connected into your heart space.